So there's 3 within about 50 metres.
That's why Costa's doing so well.
Cost of living.
Obviously not for Costa Coffee.
Costa's doing well with
When the
Chelmsford.
apocalypse comes, you can try one, then the second one, then the third one.
I think so. We'll be all right. It'll be like a really, really short version of The Road, where we only travel 1 kilometre and we're massively caffeinated and motivated for survival. And then we have a crash. That was Costa Chat. And now to Are You Creative Podcast. Welcome back to Chelmsford. We're in the Lorca Media Studio. What are you doing thumbs up to me for?
Because I can hear you much better. I don't know why. But all of a sudden you started screaming. Maybe it's because you're in the Are You Creative mode.
I'm in Are You Creative mode. The podcast about creativity in Essex. So you either have to be from Essex or live in Essex. It's easy. It's an easy criteria. Yeah. And you have to be creative. Yeah. I'm Nick Kern, creative expert, creative director. Been having another creative week. It was good fun. I've been working on Crocs this week.
Have you?
Yeah, I love Crocs.
I hate them.
Well, that's your problem. I love Crocs.
Well, stop making them.
You might
stop designing them.
Honestly, everyone hates Crocs and they think it's cool to hate on Crocs. Then they get a pair of Crocs, then they're a Crocs convert, and then they're like, why did I wait so long?
Crocs. I've got Crocs. I don't know where they came from.
Yeah.
Me and my husband are both blaming each other. We're like, surely you got these. I'm like, no, I would never buy Crocs. And he's like, well, I would never buy Crocs. Where did these come from? I'm like, I don't know. They're just by the back door. They're the garden shoes. They're the bin taking out.
They are the bin shoes, always. And maybe it's like a Sports Direct mug. No one knows where the Sports Direct mugs come from. And you can go in the poshest advertising agencies in London, recording studios, anything, with everything's really curated. There'll always be a Sports Direct mug in there, completely out of place. I think they're like
it's
a virus.
It's a Christmas gift.
Is it?
Yeah, it's one of those Christmas gifts.
Direct?
From whoever's in the building. They've bought their colleagues a Sports Direct mug.
And that is the voice of my co-host, Sangeeta. Sangeeta, what do you do?
I am a director for New Generation Development Agency, and I'm not so creative.
No, but you've been doing Black History Month, so that's wicked.
Oh,
it's over though. It's over.
It's over. We're in November.
Yeah, we're back into the white history 11 months of the year.
No, don't we all have to grow moustaches now?
Oh, is it Movember?
I guess so. I don't know.
Yeah.
I waxed mine before.
I can't keep up. I was doing Croctober. Instead. Yeah, and we've got another amazing guest here, who is Helen.
Hi, I'm Helen Quigley.
H. Quigs.
Quiggers?
Has anyone ever called you H. Quigs?
No, that's a new one. Well done.
That's our new name.
Quiggers is in the house. Are you from Essex?
No, but I've lived here longer than I have lived anywhere else. So
Okay.
I think this is officially home now.
Yeah, that sounds good. My wife has as well, but she still sounds Dutch.
I still get a bit of northern.
Yeah, you do.
I was going to say you do have
yeah,
a northern accent.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm North Essex. Don't know if you can tell from my accent.
Oh, obviously that discrepancy between the North Essex and the Chelmsford accent. Yeah, it's coming through loud and clear.
Yeah, and Helen, are you creative?
Yes.
Hey.
That's good. We'll have a little funky. There's some little funky music there because you've said yes, you are. Now, Sangeeta has to guess what you do.
This
now,
is a hard one.
Yeah, you might have heard earlier on, Helen was talking about like microphone technique and
that's
stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah?
So I did click onto that.
Yeah.
There were a few hints. So come, Sangeeta.
Yeah.
The goal's open here. The football's right in front of it. Come on, just run up and punt it.
I was going to say, because I did click onto that where you said that, my mic's this way and that way. I thought, got to be technical. So in a studio, presenting something.
Yeah, quite close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
H. Quiggs of the many jobs. What are you going to tell us?
Go on.
Which one do you want?
Let's start with the first one.
How would you mainly identify what you do creatively?
I now bundle it all together under sort of creative audio producer.
Creative audio producer.
Yeah.
And now you're...
So I am judging you.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah. Your Instagram is HQ Voice, which is brilliant because it's high quality voice as well as Helen Quigley voice. But
wow, that's smart.
and you do you do a lot of voice work as well.
Yes, I mean that's essentially why I was HQ Voice and why I have my own little studio at the end of the garden. Also, I do editing and mixing and producing and podcasts and audio drama and all sorts of things. But it all began with voiceover work, really.
Incredible. Wow. Now, Sangeeta, Helen's done some pretty amazing stuff. Why I was trying to be a continuity announcer earlier and I failed massively was because Helen, you've done it for like The Apprentice and Line of Duty and stuff like that.
No, that's different. That's promos.
Oh, that's promos.
So I
what's
made
that?
the promos. I didn't voice them. That would have been to write the theme tune, sing the theme tune. So
no.
I would make promos and I would hire voices, but I have also voiced things.
So you were like, it was a time of police.
Once upon a time, there was police. No, I've done commercials. I've done some crazy commercials, some explainer videos. There was the infamous YouTube video, which got, it's on 20 million views now.
20 million? What was that?
You don't know about that?
Of you?
Yeah, I voiced, it's been used in sex education classes, I've heard, to some detriment and some humour, and it's called Porn Sex versus Real Sex, the difference is explained with food.
Oh, incredible. And it's just
wow.
voice, or are you acting in that as well? No, I don't mean like sexy acting.
Let me show you
Of course
my...
not, Nick.
Yeah.
No, just voice.
Just
Yeah.
voice. And was it characters, or were you doing like a sort of RP?
No. So the agency, it was an agency in New York, sent a script, and when you're a voiceover and you're publicly available and you're on the internet, you do get sent requests occasionally where you just go, no, I'm not doing that. You know, the story about the sexy vicars in the parish hall, I passed on that one. But this one, I looked at it and went, oh, they're making me say this is a little bit saucy. And then I read the brief and what they wanted, and I just went, oh, okay, I know exactly why you've chosen me. And it was, I now describe it as Julie Andrews reads 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Quite British, very
Yeah.
tongue-in-cheek.
So were they looking for
dry.
like a Gillian Anderson as well? Was it sex education time?
No, I don't really do her voice.
No.
I tend to look like her on a good day or a bad day. But depending what day you're looking at me.
Yeah.
But yes.
They just wanted a really straight British voice, and the script was really funny.
Just saying things in a really sort of educational style, but with a wink.
Can I just ask a really silly question?
Yes. Why do you always ask if you can ask a question?
Right. Okay, so voiceover. Can you tell me what that actually is? Is that when, say, someone's acting and then you're talking? Is that what that is?
It's
or-
part of it. It's all sorts of things. So the kind of voiceover work I was doing was things like on-hold messages, corporate videos.
Oh, so like when someone calls and that person
Yeah.
says, hello, thank you for calling.
Thank you for calling Lorca Media.
Oh,
Your call-
yes.
Your call is very important
We're
to us.
far too busy recording a podcast at the moment.
Oh, my God.
What place are we in the
that's
queue?
amazing.
You are number 3029 in the queue. Please hold.
We need to record this clean so Adam can have it.
Mate, I've always, wow.
So that's
we've
one thing,
met
yeah.
someone.
There are some promos I've done.
Yeah, that must be weird. Like,
Audiobooks,
have you
e-learning.
ever encountered your own voice like in the wild? Like
Yes.
you know, back
Yes,
yourself, and
I
you're
have,
like, I've just
yes.
told myself my call's very important.
The strangest thing is when my friends do. I had a message from someone going, do you do the English voice for petrol pumps in Spain? And I went, no, don't be ridiculous. Oh, hang on. And went back through my emails and found the script and went, yeah, that's me. And the other one, bizarrely, is the Trip Trap chair years ago. I did a voiceover for that about how to put together a Trip Trap chair for kids. And that's the one that comes up the most. Like new parents were going, is this you?
That's so weird.
Oh, that
but
is
your voice
wicked.
can be that recognisable as well.
It would seem so. Not all the time,
Yeah,
sometimes.
because is this like the Quigley voice, your signature voice that you're doing for these things?
Well, yes. I mean, that one, the voice, the on-hold messages, definitely.
Yeah.
There is a, hello. Retake. Hello. Thank you for calling. It's that.
Yeah,
Wow.
I like it.
Yeah. Sorry?
Hang on.
What was that? Voice from the back.
Sorry,
What are you doing?
sorry.
What did you say, Adam?
I said, oh my God, I recognise that voice.
You do?
Adam recognises the voice.
Oh, wow.
Is yeah, I've worked with a lot of people for VOs, right? And probably the weirdest one I ever had was Dave Lamb from
Oh, yes.
Come
Yeah,
Dine
no,
with Me.
No, I've not worked
You know,
with him.
Dave Lamb from Come Dine with Me. And he turned up in the studio and he was like, "Oh, hi, I'm Dave. Hello, Dave." And I kind of looked at my producer and I was like, we've booked the wrong Dave. This isn't the right Dave Lamb.
But that's really weird, isn't it?
Yeah, and then he went in the booth and shuffled his papers, and then literally he was watching the video we'd made and reading the script, and I was dying laughing. It was the best hour I'd ever had at work, and I was like, "How could you switch from just like, 'Hi, I'm Dave' to 'Hello, me'?"
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't have that big a differential between the Helen and voiceover Helen, but yes, you do find yourself doing your telephone voice. Yeah, you know when you don't realise when you call home or you answer the phone to friends. Back when we had landlines,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it was they go hello, and we're like Helen. Oh, it's you. All right, yeah.
9335.
0800.
Is AI nibbling away at some of your work? Because
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely.
I use 11 Labs a lot now,
Yeah.
but I still get a pro VO person in when I need a VO done. But I'll do a placeholder often on 11 Labs. I mean, some of the voice on there are brilliant. 99% of them are awful. It's like a guy's just recorded it into his phone and he's like, "Yes, it's Dave. It's my London voice. Yeah, if you want a London voice, just use me." And it's like, who's ever
Oh,
going
is
to
that
use
how
Dave?
they advertise?
Well, no, yeah, because you have a sample voice.
Right.
But all you need on 11 Labs, which is an AI voice thing, you can record 2 minutes of audio, and it'll clone your voice.
Oh, wow.
So I could have already stolen Helen's voice. Not that we
It
can. 'cause
probably
it's-
has been, but
Has it?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't necessarily know because
Oh, God, yeah, 'cause
there
it's so big.
Yeah, I've worked with companies, clients for years and years and years and years who, as far as I know, haven't cloned my voice, but they could because they've got hours and hours of dry recording of e-learning in particular.
Wow.
So
It's a bit like Toast of London, you know,
Yeah.
when he's sat there and he's doing all of the sat nav things. It's like turn left,
Yeah.
turn left, drive forward and turn left, turn left after the pub.
God, do you know what? The penny just dropped. So that's voiceovers.
Yeah,
Because
that's
obviously
voiceover,
it
yeah.
needs someone to speak.
Yeah, not now because they probably AI it. But back in the day, someone
that's
would have
it.
had to go and record everything.
Oh,
Who was it? Tom Baker used to do. Tom Baker was the voice of BT, British Telecom, for a long time. So I think if you did a director inquiries thing, it was Tom Baker's voice. You know, Doctor Who.
Wow.
And
although the celebrities didn't have to record that much because
Yeah.
you record stock phrases and concatenation.
okay,
That's a new word. Stitches it all together. Which,
So
of course, if you use-
what are the stock phrases? Everyone be quiet. We can do this clean.
Oh no, I'm on the spot now. At the next exit, turn left.
Oh, my God.
So, but then you get the contact. Then I'll just get that left, and then I'll. Check.
Do you know, the sat nav I have on my car, I've used an Irish voice.
I love it.
It's an Irish guy called Sean. He's known as Sean the sat nav. And that's because I find some of the sat nav voices are really prissy at you. They're just like, turn around when possible.
Yeah.
It's quite annoyed with you. Whereas Sean, because he's Irish, he's just like, turn around when possible. Never mind. Just go to the pub. It'll be fine. and I prefer that attitude from my sat nav.
Well, look, you're in a whole new world now, aren't
I'm
you?
in a whole new world. I didn't think about voiceovers. I just assumed that the people that are there are the people that are talking. I didn't necessarily.
Well, you think there's like a little person hiding in your...
Well,
car.
yeah, I didn't think about sat navs. I'm only just thinking about sat navs now and
Yeah, you get so
other
used to
things.
them,
It's
yeah.
only now meeting you. I'm thinking, oh my God, yeah.
Can you
That's a
imagine?
job for someone.
Can you imagine being the unexpected item in the bagging area person? You know,
That is
because
someone, yes.
because
Oh
that
my
is
God,
someone.
yes,
and
of
imagine
course.
being there and being like tortured by your voice
Oh
everywhere.
my God, that is so true.
And I do know a lot of other voices that are household names or household objects or household bits and pieces or things you hear everywhere. And it's the trains in particular. I know most of the voices between about here and Brighton.
Really, on the trains, amazing. Because one of the most famous voiceover people in the world now, Red Pepper, he was a
Yes,
train driver,
he was,
right?
Yeah. He's
And he
great.
with the deepest voice.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I think there was an
wow.
agent or a producer on his train or something just
Yeah.
ran down the platform and went, "You need to
Who
do
are you?
voices."
Because you know there was the trailer guy. I can't remember what it's called, but you know he's like, "It was a time of heroes." You know that guy.
Yeah.
And apparently he'd just leave his car running outside voiceover sessions because he'd be going from
Yeah,
all
true.
day. And I think he died. And someone heard Red Pepper on the train. And he was like, "That's the new trailer guy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's the new time of heroes."
So how did you get into this, Helen? Like, for someone who wants to become a voiceover artist,
It was.
what do they do?
Well,
How
like
do they
most things,
do
it's
it?
by accident. So I started in radio doing traffic reports, which was one way in. So
Which radio station?
A lot of them. So it was a company that basically acted as a behind the scenes shadow company, providing, basically farming us out. You know, I maybe would do 3 or 4 stations per shift and dial in on ISDN and do the report for the area. And it was always an absolute nightmare if you had to change shifts with someone and do an area you don't know. I mean, I got into so much trouble having moved down from the northeast and being given the southeast region to work in, and had just got to know my stations, which I think was sort of BBC Suffolk, BBC Kent, and a few local stations around southeast of London, east of London. And they went, "Oh, Helen, can you cover the radio station in Hampshire?" And just threw me on the shift. And I was like, I had no idea. The presenter hated me. I was all over the shop. But yes, so I was doing traffic and travel for a while.
Was it a weird thing that where you got thrust in front of the microphone? You know, you were just doing other stuff and they're like, "Go on, it's your go." Or
there was a
did you know it was
schedule.
going to be that?
You'd have every time bulletin was timed, and you would dial up the station and you'd connect. Yeah.
When you joined, you knew you were going to be the voice bit person.
Oh yeah. I knew it wasn't. I didn't just join the company and then go, right, start talking on the radio.
Get in there, go on.
I'd already had some experience in doing local station stuff, hospital radio, restricted service license stations, which are radio stations that run for 28 days. I don't know if they still happen, actually.
That sounds exciting.
And then after that, I just literally went, I sent my application letter in to do continuity for, at the time, Paramount Comedy Channel, just by going, I'm bored of doing traffic, I want to come and do continuity. And they just went, she's blunt. Let's just get her in.
So tell us, what is continuity?
Well, it can be live. So if you're watching any of the BBC channels, and I think, not sure about ITV, but certainly Channel 4, there will be someone literally sitting there, opening a microphone, telling you what's happening. Also on standby, if something goes wrong, there will be the person who just jumps in and goes, we seem to be encountering some technical difficulties. In the meantime, here's some music and a picture of some kittens. While we sort it out, that sort of thing.
Have you ever had any of those moments where there's actually something really major has happened?
I've never done that live. No, traffic was live. That could be a little bit of a shocker at times, because one of the parts of the job I had was on my shift was dealing with the two airborne reporters. There'd be the plane over London and the plane over East Anglia. You don't see helicopters and planes doing traffic anymore.
No, it's not very glamorous anymore, is it?
Do you? That's right.
They've just got the cameras now.
Yeah, but that was it. So the helicopter for East Anglia, for example, would cover Essex, it would cover Norfolk, it would cover Suffolk. 9 times out of 10, it was nowhere near the thing it was supposed to be recording. But it sounded cool, someone in the plane going, I'm looking down on the A12 past Chelmsford. Yeah. Like, no, you're not.
I think I can see the loose horse. Did you ever have any Partridge moments?
My God, all the time. The one, my best one was, I used to do some work on the editing desk as well. So basically collating the information and giving it to the reporters. And there was one afternoon where we had a fax through. Yeah, I remember faxes. From, I think it was at the time, Thames Valley Police, when that was a thing, saying there was a loose monkey on the M4.
Yes!
Like amazing! Something, and I was like, come on, it's a Saturday afternoon. What's happening?
Saturday, April the 1st.
I actually rang them up and just went, it's Helen from the traffic desk. Have you really got a loose monkey? And they were really stroppy with me because they had. And I was like, okay, would you rather I said it and you were joking and get it wrong and then get into trouble? Or would you rather I checked and you give me an earful? Anyway.
Crazy. What sort of monkey was it?
I've no idea.
That's
there
so
were
exciting.
Traffic cameras along there. I think
I need to look this up.
It was a chimpanzee.
Yeah. I need to look this up. That's very exciting.
Swans on the M25 is quite common. It's swans, the odd horse, and
a monkey.
I haven't had a monkey on the M25, But swans was always a fun one. You'd see the traffic police on the cameras just going. I am waving my arms in the direction of the verge. For
super hot fuzz.
Yeah, it was. Yes.
Just get back to the miniature village. Diversified into podcast production and audio production.
Yes, because I like interfering.
Yeah.
So basically, it was I wanted. How does that work? Why is this taking so long? I could do that.
I could set the microphone up better.
Yeah. And I was spending in the continuity department. I voiced Paramount Comedy 2, which was their second channel they launched. Wrote the scripts for that, and also worked with the continuity announcer who did Paramount Comedy 1. So one of those announcers for a while would just record at home. He was a regular. He would write the scripts, record the scripts, send them back to me. We'd put it all together on mini disc. I'm just coming with loads of things that no longer exist.
This is so retro. Yeah, we do have some younger listeners, and they're just going just keep googling and all this stuff.
Yeah, well, some of it was cool. Not all the things I've mentioned. None of them are cool. Faxes were rubbish. Yeah. Mini disc disappeared after years.
But mini disc was actually really high quality audio.
They were brilliant high quality. They were the Betamax of their day.
Yeah, sad, isn't it? So
they were quite useful for broadcasting purposes. Put it that way. And then. where was I? Right, lost my train of thought. I got distracted by mini discs.
You wanted to. You were like, I want to do all this stuff. I can set the mics up. I can edit it. I can.
Oh, that was it. Yes. So we would. He would record at home, and when we had a different announcer, which was a comedian, we ended up moving towards having comedians do the job. We would take them into the studio every fortnight, and the comedians would write their own scripts as well. So I managed to go, every time we had these sessions, I'd be looking over the engineer's shoulder going, what's that?
Yeah.
You know, how does that work? Right. And then it occurred to me that we were hiring a studio to record dry voice for an hour, and then would sit and watch him edit it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, digital editing, none of this business with cutting with razors or anything.
No.
We were already into digital editing here. I'm just like, how hard can it be? So,
and do we need to be in this room like the Starship Enterprise to
yes,
do this?
yes,
This job you could do.
yes.
This job you could do on a laptop.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyway, so I persuaded the channel to buy a couple of licenses for Adobe Audition, and me and the assistant trained up on it. And then that's when the podcast came along. So one of the editors came in and just sort of said, we'd really like to do a podcast. And this was 2006, guys.
Wow.
Yeah. Very early days.
That's early pod
Yeah.
days.
That is
Very
really
early
an
days.
early pod.
And we recorded it in London and recorded an hour. It was Robin Ince's podcast, the very first one he did.
Brilliant.
Did a couple of scenes.
I mean, he has got about 85 different podcasts that he does now.
Yes, yeah. It all started with this one for Paramount Comedy.
Which one was it?
It was called Show and Tell.
Yeah.
And we did that first series, did 6 episodes. Comedians would come in with bits and pieces to show and tell and talk about.
So you created this monster.
Yeah. I feel partly responsible, actually. But I did.
Because I just found out the other day. I was like, oh yeah, and he's got a book podcast with Josie Long.
Yeah, and that spun out of what we did originally, because he went, I don't just want to do show and tell anymore. I want to do more general stuff and talk about other things. So what should we call it? And I said, well, normally people turn up and we press record and we're never quite sure what's going to come out, and it's a bit of a shambles. So let's call it Robin Ince's Utter Shambles. And then the Shambles brand carried on from there. But that continued after I left, because I went freelance, and that's when I moved more into doing voiceover and production gradually. Then I got into promos, working for BBC Creative Team, doing radio promos. I do quite a lot of audio for television, and now I'm getting back into podcasts that are now doing video podcasts.
Yeah.
So now I'm doing audio for television and television for audio. And I'm like, it's all going around in a circle. I never quite seem to do the one thing for the thing it's designed for audio's sake, or television for television's sake, that they're crossing over and always have been in everything I've been doing.
This is the confusing thing for me with podcasts. I like to listen to things and do other stuff.
Yeah.
And the fact that now they're trying to make it like TV shows, I'm like, no, the point of it was I could do this and do something else at the same time.
Yes. You know, I knew you had video. I was like, God, I need to brush my hair. I need to put some makeup on.
Yeah. And also, I started to see what some of the people look like that were recording the podcast. I was like, whoa. I quite like their voice, but I don't want to see their face.
Yeah. I didn't get into working at home to have to actually get dressed every day. That's the whole point.
So, and you've actually got your own studio in your house.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, it was so nice to do that, because originally I worked in my home office downstairs, and my voice booth was the downstairs toilet. So lots of acoustic foam.
Love it.
Drape the duvet over the toilet seat, put the mic stand on top of that. It was actually really good, because it was brick, you know, brilliantly dead in there. It was fantastic. And then just for comedy value, if anyone said, what else can you do in your booth? I went, well, do you want to hear this?
I've got some sound effects, but they're very niche. Very, very niche.
I can do one authentic sound effect for you. Yeah.
They need it about one in 100 episodes of The Archers. Just a toilet flush or something.
Oh, do you want to know a boring fact about The Archers? I've really sold that, haven't I? So I heard about sound effects in The Archers from someone who had worked on it. And they said that, right, fine, it's a sound effect. We're making a cup of tea. Let's just pour some water into a mug onto a tea bag. And a listener genuinely complained and said, you're using cold water to make that cup of tea.
No.
Because hot water has a different density to cold water.
My
so the sound is
gosh.
different when you pour it. And
Oh, wow.
I mean,
It's totally ruined their suspension of disbelief.
It is, yeah. That's Radio 4 listeners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? One of the funniest things I ever had was this was during COVID, and I was doing a voiceover with Starscream from Transformers, right? The guy who does the cartoon voices for Starscream. But because it was COVID, no one could go anywhere, so he was literally under his table at home, in LA with a duvet over him, with a microphone, and it was another one of those Dave Lamb moments where I was just like, "How's this going to go?" And then he started talking, and it was like, oh my God, I can't believe Starscream's talking from underneath a table.
It is very strange. I found a lot of that during, I've never been so busy as I was during COVID because the company I work with, B7 Media, to do audio drama, we'd got a commission and got funding for stuff, and we ended up doing 4 or 5 productions during COVID. Almost all of them, to some extent, recorded remotely, including all around the world in sound studios, through my setup at home in my studio. And most of them came out really well, but it was really interesting. Most of them.
Were you producing this? Were you sending mics around the world, like sending people and telling them how to set them up?
Already, a lot of voicers who have home studios were already years familiar with working from home. So they had the software, the voice over IP software, which, stuff like Clean Feed and Source Connect, which you might be familiar with. Yeah. All of that kind of stuff. ISDN at that point was pretty much dead in the water. So everyone was moving to things like Skype and Zoom. And that was great because it made those companies really up their game in terms of managing bandwidth and processing power and things like that for people to do that kind of work. So it was kind of business as usual for anyone I knew who was working from home and had a home studio. But what was hilarious was the sniffiness of agents who have well-known talent on their books. Would be like, oh, no, they don't record at home. They need to go into a studio. And then suddenly it was, we're sending them a Rode NT1A and a Focusrite amp.
I think this was a bit like, when just talk about cameras, like the 5D came out and TV were like, oh no, it's not suitable. It's not good enough to broadcast. No, you can't put Canon 5D footage on TV. And then about 2 years later, they're all like, anything with Canon 5D, we'll just take that. And I think people really want to try and protect their industry.
Yeah, of course.
But then I suppose, during COVID and stuff, you've got like major talent that can't go anywhere. And it's just like, I'll record at home.
Yeah, I'll do it for that fake. I'm just desperate. I'm going nuts here.
Voice for a cartoon character. Sex education video with a carrot. Yeah, whatever. I'll just do whatever.
Actually, there isn't a carrot in it. No, there's the banana and the cucumber and other things. I'll let you see for yourself.
Do you know, I found out a really interesting fact the other day about why the aubergine emoji is used as a to cover up as a willy, like on things. Yeah. Because in the Japanese game show where the contestant had to live in a box and win prizes, you remember he was naked in a box? Can you remember this guy?
No.
They put a guy.
Just both go, no,
just nod along.
Just in Nick's
world. They put this guy naked in a box for a game show, and he had to basically win everything. So he had to win food from coupons from magazines, and they used an aubergine to cover up his because his nickname was aubergine because he had a funny shaped face. So basically, they used that, and then the aubergine became the international sign for covering for willies, basically.
Okay.
Not covering willies, for willies. Sorry.
For willies. More factoids with Nick next
More
week.
facts. I thought that was really interesting, though. The emoji etymology.
Oh, I love this. That was brilliant.
Can you do me a Wikipedia one?
A what?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia?
Yeah, that'll do.
See?
That's me when I have to cut in bits of facts.
Oh, I see. Okay, right. Wikipedia.
Oh, I just talked over you.
Wikipedia. Oh, that was terrible.
That sounds like that sounded like an encyclopedia for knickers.
That sounds like something to start. Quick, register that domain name.
Wikipedia.
Yeah. Quick.
I used to work on Sneakerpedia for Foot Locker, where like everyone would upload their shoes. That was fun. Anyway, boring.
Well, I was going to come back to your point about AI, but when you asked me ages ago about it taking work, yes, it has, because especially my work, because I'm nice voice. So e-learning, corporates, phone messages, that kind of thing, where it's just a nice voice with no particular accent, as long as I don't go too northern. It all, it's exactly the kind of voice that you hear, like on your sat nav. Yeah. So that kind of work has kind of gone off a...
But then I was doing some work for Domino's the other day, and I put an 11 Labs voice on as a placeholder. And in the middle, it went Brummy. It was supposed to be East London. And then it just did like 2 or 3 lines in the middle. And it was really Brummy. And I was like, wow, AI is tripping.
That's really interesting because most of the voices you get on those sites tend to be fairly generic because that's where they're most useful, and that's why I got the work I did, because a nice generic voice is nice.
Yeah.
But I'm finding I'm getting more radio commercials to do for the Northeast because the Northeast has so many niche little voiceovers. Town to town, you can hear differences.
Yeah.
So if there's a radio station there that wants to make sure it's doing a local ad, they've got to get a local voice. And the AI companies haven't caught up with, certainly with British accents, those really niche little ones. So they're like, oh no, we still need a human for this one. Damn it.
Can I here's another really boring Nick fact. I don't know if it would be boring. So Google did we had directory inquiries you could phone up for free here. You couldn't do it in America. It cost you money. And Google started doing it for free.
Yeah.
So they could get a repository of every local dialect and accent. So that they could train their voice on it to recognise it. So when you're talking to what's the Google Assistant? I can't remember. It's probably called Google Assistant, isn't it?
Gemini? Oh,
Gemini.
Gemini.
Where's Gemini now? Was Bard. Yeah. Anyway, so train it so they can recognise weird niche accents. Still can't recognise my voice sometimes. So,
Yeah, it's really
niche
weird.
enough.
so basically, everyone's stealing everyone's voices.
Yeah.
And
Great.
making them brummy. But it was like an East London. It was like a young East London voice. So I was quite surprised that it suddenly AI made it go brummy, not the voice.
Yeah.
So weird.
AI is weird.
I did some tests with an AI voice because we were doing it for a drama, and there was a character in it who was AI, but we needed it to do. It was one voice doing different accents, so I tried my voice out on a few of them to see if it would, just being fed a couple of minutes worth, to see if it could do. I did Broad Yorkshire. I tried a couple of other things, experiment, and it was useless. Couldn't do it at all.
You can never get the same read either. No. Like you can't keep tweaking it because every time you get a different, it just comes out completely differently.
Yeah. I mean, it'll have its uses. I mean, I can see how big academic tomes that someone might prefer to listen to, or, for the blind, that kind of thing, then it's really handy because you don't have some poor soul locked in a box reading 25 hours worth of incomprehensible academic text that they know nothing about, but they've still got to churn it out, as it were.
Let's just try it a little bit more light and dark. Just a little bit more feeling.
really
Could you,
Could
you make it sound a bit more pink?
Yeah.
Oh my God, wow. Your voice is very good.
Voice direction's really, really difficult. Actually, when you get a really good voice director in a studio, it's amazing how they can without damaging someone's ego, the voice talent, how they can poke them in the right direction and get them to do things.
Yeah, I've just directed my first drama for Radio 4 with actors in a studio, and they were two quite well-known household names. So it was a case of get over your fangirling.
Yeah.
You've got to tell these people, it's like, don't stamp your feet when you're talking. No, please don't do that. You're getting crumbs on the floor. One of them needed to eat something.
Oh, I did a VO once with Peter Serafinowicz, and he's one of my comedy heroes, but he's like one of the kings of voiceover. Do you know, like Steve Coogan, Rob Brydon, and Peter Serafinowicz, pretty much like the kings of doing VOs and stuff. And normally I'm so cool with celebs, but when Peter Serafinowicz came in, I went all jelly, and I couldn't really give him direction.
It's quite tough, isn't it? 'Cause just like he knows what he's doing as well. But unless this is it. With these two actors that came in, I was so conscious that I didn't want to get all high and mighty with them and tell them what to do because I could. It was just like, there you go, action, off you go. And they knew what they were doing.
Yeah,
like, let's just do a second take because we should, in case.
Just
we didn't record the first one. That kind of thing. It's
incredible though. When Peter Serafinowicz was doing it, he said, "I'll do a 2-minute take now," and he read the script and it was 2 minutes. And he said, "I'll do a 90-second one now," and he read it.
Yeah.
And it was exactly 90. He said, "Oh no, I'll do a 60."
Yeah.
And I was like, "How can you pace yourself perfectly?"
I don't do very much of it, but I used to have to do a lot of it. One of the radio stations that I did the travel for, I had to fill a minute 19 of traffic at 6 o'clock in the morning. That was fun.
Oh my God, there's a monkey on the road. Oh, that's 4 seconds.
No, it was mainly roadworks. Yeah.
There's a monkey in high vis on the road.
Would have made it much more interesting, wouldn't it?
He's holding a lollipop. It's turned it to go.
Yeah, I love this. Did you need to have specific training? Like, did you go to college for this sort of stuff?
No, not really. But it does fall into two camps, I've found, of voiceovers. There's me and others like me who started in radio. So basically learned the tech and how to record and could set up at home. And having done broadcasting or presenting or DJing or anything like that, you know what you're doing. So at that point, you've got the ability to record some demos. You can do sample scripts, things like that. You can build yourself a a portfolio of bits and pieces that you can send out. I also had the benefit of, at the time, being on air. So I think my very first voiceover job came through as a result of reading the traffic news on talk radio.
Wow.
That's
and someone's like, that's the voice we need. That's exactly the voice we're looking for. Get her in.
Yeah, so it was a video for a charity, I think, in the end. But that was a good way to get started and have my first professional job. And then the other side are the people who did drama, the people who studied acting. And they're the ones who tend to be what I always called show and go. It was they'd come out of acting school, or they'd be actors already. They'd get a voiceover agent, or their acting agent would have a voiceover division, and they'd be on the roster for that. And it would be, hi, can we book so-and-so? And they would go and do your hour or two in Soho or wherever.
Yeah.
And then that started to cross over more and more, in that though the actors, as tech got easier and more cheaper and easier to use and easier to get hold of, they were setting up at home as well. So the lines blurred a bit more. But I've been doing it for about 25 years.
Wow.
I think.
And actually, I suppose, at the start there, then you were in professional studios with professional kit anyway, so you could record your voice reel.
Yeah.
But back then, for anyone else to start, it's quite difficult. But now, it's like I say with 11 Labs, everyone's just uploading their voices, right?
Oh no, I spent hours and days learning, what's a noise floor? How do I deaden this room? Just taking advice from other voices as well, who were really helpful. And again, it's that ask a sensible question, and of course they will help you with it.
Yeah.
And eventually was able to set up on my own, and that now I just get more Anaraki about plugins and noise reduction and EQ and things now. I actually have a little bit of paper that I got one of the engineers it was at the sound company in London, because he was recording me and went, all right, great, I found the sweet spot for your voice now. It's the same as Miriam Margolyes. I'm like, could I draw it? Can I take a photograph? So I have a little bit of paper that has all my preferred EQ
that's
settings.
amazing. But I think, if anyone wants to sort of get into it, you can just start recording at home now, right?
Yeah, you can.
You could record into your phone, couldn't you? And just work out how your voice works and how
anything
microphone
like
works.
that. I mean, obviously don't send that to a potential client, but yes, anyone can get started. It's the terrifying thing now, though. It was competitive when I started doing it. It's now so saturated as a market. And of course, it was always saturated. It got more saturated. And now it's saturated even further by the fact that a lot of companies are saving money by using AI.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So what, someone's got to have a really super unique voice, I suppose, then to to stand out now.
Yeah, actually, I think that's probably true. Once upon a time, having that generic sounding voice, or every voice that you could put on anything from video games to TV documentaries. Yeah. Now you need to have something extra. Yeah.
I'm playing a computer game at the moment, Battlefield 6, and I'm sure one of the voices is Bill Burr, a comedian. I'm sure they've got him in as a guest voice, and it just takes me out of the game every time I hear it. because I can't remember what he says. Like, he's like, I need a coffee medic over here, or whatever it is. And I'm just like, is that Bill Burr? And then I'm like, I'm no longer in Afghanistan dug in warfare. I'm thinking about Bill Burr again, but I'm going to have to Google it when I get home.
Yeah, the reason I'm looking quizzical is like I know so many actors and so many voices that I probably know someone who did Battlefield 6.
Well, Tim Roth used to do the Call of Duty ones. So like often his he would be the soldiers. Yeah. But I think people do that. And it's like when you're watching Star Wars and they've got a guest robot voice in.
Yeah. Like Richard Ayoade.
Yeah. I mean, they've all done it now.
He's distinctive if you want distinctive voices. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he only does Richard Ayoade.
Oh, yeah.
He's like Matt Berry. Matt Berry does Matt Berry.
I heard that Matt Berry, the more takes you get him to do, he just gets bored and does sillier and sillier reads. Yeah. So I think if you want to poke him to get the funniest read, he's just obtuse, right? He's just like, I've just done it. I'm not going to do the read. I'm just going to be.
I did hear one story once, not about him. Way back in the days when there were huge fees for turning up and just recording one voiceover. I'm told, allegedly, that John Hurt came into ITV to record a tagline for ITV movies.
Yeah.
And the line was movies on ITV. So he came in and he sat down and just went, movies on ITV. And they went, great, John, brilliant. Can we have the one for safety? He's like, no, you've got it now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've done some sessions like that where someone's like, nope, that was right. Bye.
Yeah.
Really?
And you never hired them again.
No, of course not. Because, but then we used to do a lot of stuff with Mark Strong, the actor, who's like, he's a very famous actor. He's the most famous actor that no one knows who he is, but they've watched 100 films with him in.
Yeah.
But he used to be the voice of Jaguar, and I used to do like all the Jaguar adverts, and he'd come in and he'd do it, and do his warming up. And it was like, so the sexiest voice. And we'd finish in 10 minutes and be like, well, I'm here for an hour. Does anyone want any voice messages, or should I make a note for someone's mum? Or
opposite extremes.
you know, and if it was someone's birthday in the office, we'd get him to go, happy birthday, so and so. You know what I mean? Like, we'd just send them the clip. It was amazing. And I'd get him to, I'd know who was going to be editing it. So I'd get him to record a little skit at the end and say, oh, hi, now, Emma, I know you're editing this. So just talk to it. It's brilliant. It's so good that he would stay there just for an hour.
Yeah, well, that's it. You've booked him for an hour.
Yeah.
And if the job takes 10 minutes, the job takes 10 minutes. Equally,
Fair
it
play.
might take 61 minutes.
There are actual people who might be booked for an hour, get their work finished in 10 minutes, and then actually tell you, right, I'm done. You've had my take. I'm not doing any more.
Yeah, but also there's sometimes you genuinely do get it done in 15, 20 minutes.
Wow.
You know, it's a minimum fee usually for a voice, and
I'm
then
in
there's
the
whatever they get
wrong
paid
job.
for usage.
Yeah. So
Once upon a
Sangeeta,
time, things have changed a bit.
the way a lot of voices work is you pay for the session and you pay for the usage, right? So say Sangeeta, your session is £1,000, right?
Got
But
you.
then your usage might be, oh, this is a global TV ad, so my usage is going to be £500,000. Yeah. So actually, the length for the session doesn't really matter. If they come in and say deliveries without the drama, you know, and then they're like,
it,
there you go, done.
Yeah.
We're going.
Maybe
Wow.
and if they're amenable to it, get a handful of takes. But equally, there's being that person who makes them do it over and over again,
Right.
just because you've got them for an hour. And it's really petty and it's unnecessary. Keep them for as long as it
They
takes to
need
get what
to.
you need and
Yeah.
go, great, thanks, bye. Nice to
And
see you.
actually, if you go and see my band, you might hear the intro of my band. I've got quite a few celebrity voices in it, because I'd always just say to them, "Can you just say Slay Dougie?" And then loads of them would do. Like, so I've got Dave Lamb and loads of other people like just saying the name of my band. It's really fun.
Oh, that's amazing.
But you have to get a
that's an easy
rapport.
one,
You just got to get a bit of banter with them and a bit of rapport and a bit of goodwill.
Yeah.
Make it easy. Make them have fun.
I mean, some of the funniest work I've ever done, I've most enjoyed myself ever, was during some of the continuity recording sessions at Paramount, because, like I said, we hired comedians. So we had the very first one who came in and we worked with for 6 months was Rod Gilbert.
Yeah, brilliant.
He was good fun. And then he handed over to Greg Davis. And
Amazing.
I have never cried laughing so much at work as working with Greg. Over the course of about 18 months, he wrote the continuity as well. So it's like I watch his Taskmaster links, and basically that's what he would do.
Yeah.
And
That must be pretty full on writing them and having to have fresh stuff every day.
oh yeah, I mean the stuff he wrote was mad. I mean, I annoyed him because I was like, you can't use that brand name in a continuity link. You know, you have to say sticky tape, not sellotape. That kind of thing. It's like, oh, Quiggers. So, and then eventually, after we wrote 6 or 8 months in, we all had characters. So there was him being the continuity announcer. My assistant, for some reason, was always playing the mad folk singer, whose name I can't remember. There was Toby the sound guy, who would be dropping in sound effects all the time.
Yeah.
And I tended to get old ladies and animals to do.
Hang on, so it sounded like the continuity bits were taken over from the actual shows and people were going to tune in for them.
And you know what? Nobody ever said a word. Nobody wrote in and went, "We love your continuity." Nobody wrote in and just went, "What is this nonsense that I'm hearing between the shows?" It's all I've got.
How do you get noticed?
Of it.
I bet that just encouraged Greg to go more and more crazy.
Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff we did was absolutely crackers, and we would be crying laughing. But no one ever heard it or seemed to hear it. Or I've never met anyone ever since we did those links going, "Oh, I used to listen to those and really enjoy them."
But this is going to be like the Lost Beatles tapes or something. Where are they recorded anywhere, or are they just in the ether?
No, I've got quite a few of them. Yeah.
Greg Davis Gold. I like that.
As long as it's like short clips and things. Oh, look, some of them do have some sound design on them. Toby would spend some time putting stuff on. And if we had a themed evening, like a Sex and the City evening, we'd spend the entire evening doing links about Sex and the City and making jokes. And yeah, and usually, or I'd be between them barking or making monkey noises. Yeah, that's how I started. Yeah.
What is your do you have a sort of portfolio of voices? Have you got like
No, not really. No. I mean, I've got kind of this voice, my northern voice, my posh voice. That's about it. Really.
It's funny because if you go on to a voiceover website and you're sort of choosing a VO artist, often you'll go through there and it'll be like cartoon voices or like received pronunciation voice, and then they might be like American voice, and be like, oh god, they really can't do American. But you know, like they could do like the other stuff really, really well or something. And someone might specialise in robots, you know.
I mean, I can do the odd accent, but I have to practice and warm up to it. And my heart always slightly sinks when I get an e-learning script from one of the clients I have, just going, we need you to voice 3 characters in this document. I'm like, okay, well, that's me. That one's Scottish. That one's American. So that's my best accent collection.
and this one's a dog.
Yeah.
And
that one's easy.
Yeah, I've turned that one and said bonobo.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of the dog was, but it was Alan the monkey.
Alan the monkey.
Alan the monkey for Greg's Links.
What I need to tell you is the Webby Awards are out today.
Are they?
Yeah, I think you're a Webby nominee.
What?
Yeah.
Really? No, shut up.
Yeah, you have got Unsinkable has been nominated for a
has
Webby.
it? Oh, cool.
Yeah, which is pretty amazing.
yeah.
Now, Sangeeta, the Webbies is like the Oscars of the internet, right?
Oh, wow.
Like, it's really, really cool award. I've got some because I'm amazing. But, you know, it is really, really... It's
unique.
It's a very good award. It's really good.
That's actually slightly embarrassing because I had no knowledge of that.
No,
But that's brilliant. We broke it to you here. You heard it first.
Lonely came out this afternoon, I think, and the only reason I saw that is because I looked at your IMDb earlier to do some research, and it popped up, and I said, Lonely came out today. Anyway, Unsinkable, Webby nominee.
I'm in that very
nominated.
briefly. I've got one line in it, I think.
Have you?
Yeah, somewhere in about episode 7, I think. One of the scenes in London.
But did you produced it though, didn't you?
One of the producers, yeah.
Yeah.
I did the some of the recording sessions. There was a couple of the actors, a couple of local actors or actors who had roles in it, came in and recorded in my studio. I facilitated some of the other connections to other actors around the country.
Brian Cox.
No, not him.
Not that one.
unfortunately.
Not the space
not the other
one.
Not
the
Professor.
actor
Yes.
one.
No, I think he was recorded. In LA. I seem to remember.
I think he would be come in the studio and
Thomas-
say,
Thomas-
I've done it, that's it, it's perfect, bye.
Thomas Brodie Sangster and Juliet Aubrey and I've forgotten his name. Sorry, Mr. I've forgotten your name.
But that is awesome. That's
They
like a
were
drama.
recorded in London.
It's a drama,
Yeah,
is it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, it was that, and that was an interesting one. So I did the dialogue edit of that, and I think we had 50-something characters in it,
No way.
all recorded remotely. It was an absolute nightmare to put together.
And will they
Yeah.
record? Sorry, a bit of a technical term, Sangeeta. Wild means recorded, like not in the conversation and stuff. So were they all like recorded wild, or did they have stuff to?
Well, they were
to bounce off?
directed,
Yeah.
so they read in their parts. So the directors would be on the line directing it. But yes, they had to record it cold, essentially,
Yeah.
and wild. In
Cold and wild.
Yeah, cold and wild. All audio drama is mostly recorded wild.
Really?
In a studio. Yeah, you don't have spot effects or anything like that.
Oh yeah, but
recorded, yeah.
I mean, when I try and do a conversation, I was like, Adam's very good at it. Actually, he did a really good conversation with himself once. But when I do it, I can't do the baton pass between myself as characters.
Yeah.
Like you can't switch.
No, no. It always sounds like I think I go in too enthusiastically at the start of every line.
Possibly. Well, what you need is a good director.
I do. Yeah. Normally the problem is I'm directing myself.
That is quite hard, yeah. But I do remember when I finished that dialogue edit, I had sort of 50, 60 tracks open on my desktop.
Oh,
And
man.
I always talk about doing multi-track editing as a bit like reverse Tetris.
Yeah.
Because you get all of these beautifully placed single coloured tracks and then you break them all up and scatter them around and it looks like you've sneezed on it. And it's, yeah.
Oh man, and then you've got
That
to be
was
like,
such hard
this
work.
has to be half an hour or something.
Well, that wasn't my problem at that point. So I was just doing the dialogue mix. So
Yeah.
took all of the bits and pieces, stuck them all together, picked the takes, worked with the Misha and John, who were the directors and producers on it, to pick the bits and pieces out. And then it goes to the sound designer.
But you edit like the conversation.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, where are you going? We're going to New York City.
Yes, and often it would sound like that because one person recording in one room or in March and someone else recording the next line in July in
Oh,
Los Angeles.
wow.
And you'd have a mismatch in energy and tone. And it's really hard to get right when you're doing
Wow.
recording.
I bet. And then do you ever have to send it back and say, can we get so back in and do that again?
There was one actor whose energy did not match the scene.
And then what happens when it doesn't happen?
AI.
No, I was
AI.
keeping very quiet because I wasn't going to name the actor.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
So can we just put another 10% of the enthusiasm filter on this person, please? Yeah, just dial it up.
Yeah, they basically had to be in a situation that required them to shout and it was an emergency and they didn't. They just sat here and read the lines.
There's a monkey on the M4.
Yeah, when it should be, there's a monkey on the M4. Thematic thematically, this is all. I mean, because I'm from Hartlepool. Hartlepoolians are known as monkey
you're going to hang
hangers.
it. Yeah.
Let me catch that monkey.
Sangeeta, do you know about Hartlepool?
No.
Oh my
tell
God, this is
me.
amazing. Come on, Helen, tell us.
Tell us
So,
about
Hartlepoolians are known as monkey hangers because during the Napoleonic Wars, the story goes that in, I think it was 1812, a French ship was wrecked on the rocks off the coast of Hartlepool. Crew all died, and the ship's mascot, wearing a Napoleonic officer's uniform, washed up on the beach. Presumably it had no pants on because mascots never wear any pants, but it had the little jacket on.
Well, yeah, but like Donald Duck, you know.
Yeah,
I think a nautical mascot
Yes.
never has trousers.
You think that'd be a giveaway? And the implication is that Hartlepool's people aren't very bright because the monkey washed up on the beach and was speaking gibberish, and they'd never seen a monkey before, so they assumed it was French.
Because they'd never seen a French person before either.
Apparently, yes.
Apparently. I mean, the internet wasn't around then.
No, it wasn't. There was
So,
no
you know,
way of knowing.
what are the chances of meeting a French person in Hartlepool?
So
That's where it
yeah, but slim at that point.
So they hung a monkey.
Apparently.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Is there a
allegedly.
statue of it?
I can't remember actually.
I think
there
they should
must
start
be.
a campaign.
Yeah, there's a pub named after it.
Yeah, my friend made a statue to the first cat in space. And it's surprisingly difficult. Like
That just made me think of the Disney film. Was it Jason the Cat from Space or something?
Jason,
With the
I
sparkly
think I
got
think
out.
of Jason and the Argonauts.
No, there was definitely a cat from space.
There was a
with
cat.
Yeah,
From
maybe.
space somewhere.
But anyway, it's really, really, really hard to find somewhere for a statue to go because he got all the funding from Kickstarter, got an artist, made a beautiful bronze cat statue. Then no one would let him install it anywhere as public art. So I think he ended up going somewhere in France or something.
Oh,
It was the same in Detroit. They made a statue of RoboCop and then Detroit wouldn't let them display it anywhere.
Yeah, you kind of feel like you should ask, do you want a statue and where can I put it?
Yeah.
before you do it.
Before
yeah,
you make
'cause
a
it
full
is
bronze
bit-
RoboCop.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Chelmsford needs some more statues. I'd like a bronze RoboCop in the middle of town.
Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be
that
good,
would
yeah.
actually look quite cool.
I'm just thinking, who would it be a statue of?
Marconi,
We've got one.
Crompton.
We've got a Marconi.
Oh, Marconi. Oh,
I
you're
mean,
the
he's
one.
hidden round the back
Yeah.
of the bus station, which is slightly disappointing.
Kind of looks like he's doing a Nazi salute as well.
He's going to go, oh.
Yeah, it's a
That
bit
was,
from
that
a
was
distance.
a
It
visual
looks.
gag, that. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah. How did you actually get lightning to come out your finger? Every time you do it, it's
Yeah.
amazing.
I've got a balloon down here. I'm just like,
Yeah, but there's no there's no Crompton.
No.
He could be swinging from a lamppost. That'd be amazing. Crompton, that'll get our crumps, or popping out of a toaster.
I'm just trying to think of fame. No, we can't have Rylan, can we? He's still alive.
No, but I've got to say, Rylan, if they did a statue with his white teeth, it could be used as a traffic safety device somewhere. We could make all of our bollards Rylan. And then we
Cat's eyes.
Yeah,
you have Rylan's
yeah,
teeth on the
Rylan's
road.
teeth. Just have little Rylan heads popping up out on the road everywhere and bollards through town. It'd be brilliant. It'd be like, do you know Chelmsford's got 1,568 Rylan statues? He's like a human
It
lighthouse.
has taken a surreal turn.
He opened the face at my kid's school one year, and every time his head turned towards you in the playground, it was like it's like, I want to get a welder's mask on so you can look at him.
Like, too much.
Oh.
So that's quite exciting. I mean, awards time. That is awesome.
Yes, no, genuinely, I haven't even heard from the rest of the team about that. So that's maybe they don't know either.
They might not know either.
Yeah, it's entirely possible.
Or maybe the internet just made it up to please me, which AI seems
You're
to be
not
doing
looking
a
at
lot.
last year or anything, are you?
It was IMDb. It was 2025.
Okay.
I got it was Unsinkable
Yeah.
Webby 2025 nominee.
Wow.
There you
Okay.
go. Fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
Hot off the press.
There you go.
I mean, we're never going to get a Webby with this. But they're nice
Never
statues.
say never.
They are nice. They're nice trophies. They're a little spring. It looks like a little spring. I think it's a DNA spinny thing. I don't know. Got too many awards. It's
A
hard to keep
DNA
up.
spinny thing.
Yeah, a double helix DNA
Yeah.
strand thing. Double helix, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, DNA strand.
Yeah.
Gattaca.
Yeah.
That's the letters, isn't it? That's why the film Gattaca is called Gattaca, because they're the
Oh, 'cause it
letters.
makes up the letters in
of-
deoxyribonucleic acid.
yeah, they're all made out of the
I
letters.
do medical voiceovers as well.
Oh, so you know all about that.
Wow.
Do you
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine if you used to have to do like a binary computer game? You know, when you just put a tape in.
1 1
Yeah,
0
1,
1 0
0.
0 1 1
0 0 1 1 0 0 1
Oh God, can you imagine if you
1
had, yeah.
1 0. That'd be so good. Do you know what? I bet. Could you do that? Could you do an audio drama that's all in Morse code, just for Morse code people that could understand it, So people that are fluent in Morse code.
That's really interesting.
But you could get
idea.
more and more dramatic, couldn't you? You'd be like, dash,
beep, beep, dash, yeah.
yeah, dot, 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 dash, 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 dot, dash, 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 dot.
Oh, I love that.
You've given me an idea.
Oh, see?
That's why I'm the creative
this
director.
space.
I will need full credit for that.
Yeah.
Dot, dot, dash.
Yes, based on an idea.
Tell us about the menopause monologues.
Oh, yes. That was, so I mainly make podcasts for other people.
Yeah.
So I've got three production companies I work with, all separate from each other, making podcasts for them or drama or, so everything I do is as a facilitator for them, whether it's acting as the producer from start to finish and doing the whole package or just editing the audio that is sent to me or, various degrees of production on those.
Yeah.
But I haven't ever produced my own. So I thought, well, I've got all the skills, I've got somewhere to record it for the most part. And if I don't, I know how to record it. I know people who can do video, anything that needs doing. So I'll start thinking about how do I do this on my own. And then I got a message from my friend just going, I've been, menopause stuff. I'd been writing these out, my experiences. I wake at 4 o'clock in the morning. It was driving me crazy. So I thought I'd write some of this down as different characters and different experiences. And I'd really like to put it on stage. And I went, no, that's a podcast.
Yeah, amazing.
Give me original content and turn it into drama.
Was and your friend was a writer?
Yes, among many other things. She's also a multitasker, but she has done writing. She was a brand creative director for a long time, and she's branched out in all sorts of other different things.
So did you read the monologues?
Yes. So she'd been preparing. She wanted to do them as a book, and the compromise was, well, it wasn't even really a compromise. She wanted to get some of them on stage. So I said, okay, well, let's build the monologues. Yeah. And then we can, once you've got your planning in place for what you want to do in a stage show, because she lives on the South Coast and obviously Brighton is brilliant for this kind of creative endeavour. She had all her contacts for that.
It was the vagina monologues, wasn't it? Was it that what it's called?
Yeah.
So this was like it was called that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the vagina monologues. Yeah. That was American.
And then Richard Herring did Talking Cock. Which I thought was a really good name. But then...
But I do remember her worry was, it's like, well, we could do a couple of monologues, maybe 10 episodes. And she's like, where are we going to get 20 female middle-aged voice actors? And I just went, it's not going to be a problem. No. I know so many.
So you got different people to do each episode?
Yes. So I sort of interviewed Helena, because as I keep saying, we couldn't afford Davina McCall. And asked her to describe...
No, Davina McCall can't just corner the whole market on menopause.
I know.
No,
but,
that's right.
Name recognition.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody knew. I was like, I'm the producer and okay, I'm being the reluctant presenter. So I'm talking to my friend Helena about these monologues she's written. So we did little interviews about the story behind why she'd written each one and her reasons for it. And then someone would perform the monologue and I did some sound design and put it all together.
You should put a monkey here. You should put a dog. Do you need a dog in the background?
Dogs are mentioned, monkeys aren't. Is that an omission for series 2 that needs to be?
Well, yeah. Unless it's a spoiler for season 2.
The menopause monkey.
The menopause monkey.
Monkeys have menopauses too, I'm sure.
I think they do.
Yeah,
no,
they must
actually,
do.
no, they don't. There's oh god, it's getting all very knowledgeable. Killer whales.
Do they have menopause?
Yeah, whales have menopause.
Oh, I'm going to be
Elephants.
Googling lots of bits tonight.
And something else, I can't remember what. There is another.
So just basically all the animals that live a long time.
Yes.
Yeah.
At the point where it's I think it's called the grandmother scenario, where the women can no longer have children, but they become useful as carers and passing on knowledge to the next generation. And the ones, it's all the ones with longevity, basically.
So we'll find out more about that in the menopause monologues.
If there's another
is it
season,
funny? Is it funny as well? I haven't listened. I'm really
Some
sorry.
of them are, yeah. There's a real mix. There's a couple of really emotional, kind of hard hitting ones. There's a couple of really daft ones. My favourite one, I think, one of the earliest ones, is the menopause creation myth, and it's on day one, God created hot flushes, and she's playing the role of a vicar at the altar, who's just trying to get through the sermon, and the sermon is about the things like. What's it? Day 6, God gave us dryness. Why, God?
Oh,
and
mate.
God said, just get some lube, it'll be fine. That one's one of the funny ones. And there's another one about a Welsh character in a shop who's can't get her head round running the shop anymore, and she gets really angry if people want certain biscuits because things. There's about it's about 1/3 1/3 serious, 1/3 very funny, 1/3 occupying.
I like it. That
like
sounds
drama
like,
middle ground.
It's like education, but like, I love education wrapped up in it.
Well, that was the idea, rather than it just being a straightforward.
Yeah. No, that's good. I've got to listen to that because I don't think men know that much about men.
There were some men at the live event, and they were genuinely, some of them quite surprised. It was like, really? Is that what's going on? That sounds a nightmare.
Yeah.
And for some women it is. Some women just come out the other side and go, oh, that happened. I didn't notice. And others, some women genuinely get suicidal about it. It's real extremes.
Yeah, I watched the Davina program with my wife and for education.
Yes.
As well. And
Edutainment,
it was edutainment, yeah. Oh, God, love Davina anyway. She's brilliant.
Cheers.
Yeah. Anyway, Hot Flashes Menopause Monologues, available wherever you get your podcasts.
On all good podcast platforms.
Love it.
Much like Are You Creative? Can you give me and Sangeeta just a really quick lesson on mic technique? What should we do?
Oh, well,
How are we going to sound better?
this for starters. I mean,
What?
you're right, these are really directional.
Yeah, you're pointing at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're talking into it too close, you're going to get a proximity effect, and that's where you get your p and your f and everything.
Proximity effect.
Okay.
So you need to be a hand span away, ideally.
Because when Mark Strong used to his sexy Jaguar voice,
Yeah.
he would be right.
Yeah, but you go quiet.
bet-
That's why you do it very gently like that.
Yeah, okay,
And that's
so
how you do in
But we've learnt
different...
this.
Yeah, so
Hand
Sangeeta is
space.
one hand away,
Handspan.
one hand
Yeah.
span
Handspan.
away.
It's called handspan, guys.
Sangeeta looks like
Watch
she's
the
praying.
video.
Sangeeta looks like she's praying into her mic now.
Mum, you'll be proud. Look, for the first time ever.
And what else could you? I heard that you're not like supposed to eat chocolate before or drink
Oh,
tea.
things like that.
Is it?
Well, it depends. It varies from individual to individual. Creamy, milky drinks, lattes and things.
Oh, yeah.
You get a lot of mouth noise. What are the best ways around that? Fresh apple.
Is that good?
Yeah, it will stop you being clicky. For
Really?
example. Yeah.
Wow.
Hydration generally, drink plenty of
Yeah,
water. You should be all right with most teas. But I do remember having a session once for one of the trails, BBC trails I was doing, and we booked the studio, booked the actor, and she came in carrying a latte, and I was just like,
Oh no!
my God.
What a noob!
yeah. I mean, fortunately, it was fine, and yeah.
Judi Dench, not a game with her lattes.
We've told you, Jude. No.
I had a friend who was an actor, and he was always like, "Oh yeah, before you do any voice work, you should like go and cackle like a witch, and you should do like a siren and stuff, and get warmed up and stuff."
Yeah, I like, if I'm doing any recording, I usually do it late morning because I've woken up just enough, but I'm still reasonably relaxed because you just get further through the day, your muscles get more tense and your voice naturally goes a bit higher. So if I'm trying to do, something that's quite relaxed sounding or educational at 11, 12 o'clock is a really good time to do it.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It is, yeah.
So basically, you don't get an end of the day VO slot with a VO artist. You want to be...
No, I mean, again, it varies person to person. But yeah, I would normally want to do recordings in the morning if I was doing a voiceover session, yeah.
Amazing. And if you're going to do like an animal sound effect, any time of the day?
Pretty much any time's good, yeah.
Can you do a dolphin?
Well, can I do a dolphin?
I can. That's what I asked. Oh, that's better. That's better than my dolphin.
Well done, Helen. I'm so glad. Whoa.
I really enjoyed talking about voice stuff.
Yeah, I've learnt so much, honestly.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, we've got loads of good bits to cut into podcasts now.
Yeah.
And Adam's
Dolphin
got
noises.
Dolphin noises, especially.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yours.
do you know what? Well, there's only actually one dolphin noise pretty much on the internet. Apart from once I was doing something and I found the sound effect. It was called dolphin fart. So, but you know the
Do they fart?
Well, I guess so. They've got a blowhole, haven't they? They've got a blow off hole at their back.
Oh my days. TMI.
That one dolphin noise you always hear in every film and Flipper and everything. There's only one dolphin noise.
But that's a whole other world.
Well, there won't be
It's
now
like-
because they'll be selling off her dolphin noise.
Yeah.
But it's those expectations, isn't it? So whenever you see a vista of mountains and deserted and the Wild West or something, you always get that eagle noise. Have you
Yeah.
noticed? It's always
Yeah.
But it's not an eagle, is it? I think it's a monkey.
No, it's because I've tried.
Is
to
it
find
howler
it's not-
monkey?
Eagles don't even make that noise.
No. I think it's a howler monkey or
Yeah,
something
it
like
could
that.
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the Wilhelm scream. The Wilhelm scream in stuff cracks me up. Every time I hear that, I'm just like, well done.
But another one that just takes you out of the film. That's a whole nother podcast. So Sangeeta, you're going to do some more voice work now.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google a lot.
Yeah,
of
every
things.
Thursday you're going to turn up every Thursday and do some more microphone stuff with your hand in front of.
Well, that I'm definitely.
Yeah.
Well, you
learn
don't
that.
keep it there.
No, I know, but you do that. That much I gathered.
Unless you're telling a secret.
Yeah, true,
And
true.
and you can get quite close without popping if you've got the mic slightly off to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, not that much. Oh my
What
god!
about that much? Can
No.
you still, no, is that too much?
I just like getting close to it. Anyway, hey, look, you can follow our podcast at, this is on Instagram, by the way, at r.u.creative.podcast, and send us questions and tell us you're listening, because it's really nice when we hear people are listening, because it's just kind of motivational. Imagine we're a pirate radio station. Just drop us a missed call or a text or something. Yeah?
Well, you need to give them a number.
Sangeeta, what do you want people to ask you about?
I don't know. Be creative.
Hey, everyone, Sangeeta's going to be your prank monkey now. So you send Sangeeta a weekly mission to do, and we'll get her to do it, and we'll get her to report back on it. There we go. She asked for something creative. Thank you so much for Adam Whittaker at Lorca Media Studios for letting us use the studio. Big up yourself, Adam.
Bowled over by his enthusiasm.
Thank you, Sangeeta. Thank you, Nick. And thank you, Helen.
Thank you very much for having me.
And can you do a bit of continuity announcement for us on the way out?
Yes. What do you want me to announce?
There's a dolphin in the studio. Then we have to vacate.
Ladies and gentlemen, please vacate the premises due to an unexpected dolphin in the studio area. That was a monkey.
Oh my god, the dolphin's eating a monkey.